For all your pastry, bakery and quality food, CK Restaurant is the only place to be. We do catering for birthdays, weddings and all related services. We have all kinds of local foods, American, European and even beyond. Come and have a taste of our local juice, ebe and other services. At CK Restaurant, customer satisfaction is our priority.
Are you thinking of owning your dream homes? Njie Investment is here for you. Secure our quality bungalows with 2, 3 or 4 bedrooms, or our story buildings 3 or 4 to 5 bedrooms at very affordable prices with flexible payment plans at our Sanyang Seaview Estate, where you can enjoy the cool breeze with modern infrastructure such as tar roads, covered drainage system, modern electrification with street lights, gated entrance with security posts, and social amenities such as gas station, shopping mall, medical clinic, park, schools, children daycare, and a lot more. Our dedicated team of professionals will keep the estate clean at all times, provide security and patrol team within the estate premises, install latest technologies such as CCTV, Wi-Fi, home network installation, solar panel, and power backup system. Also, check out for our additional home facilities and interior design service such as premium tiling, wall plaster, home landscape, fingerprint home lock, and a lot more. Visit our office at Senegambia Kololi Highway and get a free site visit tour, or contact us on 4464-838. WhatsApp us on 3259220. Or you can visit our Facebook page or Instagram on Njie Investments. Njie Investments, we are first in properties.
When we touch down, better broke down.
With Gamtel G-Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G-Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G-Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
That's how she became mine and see the
diwli lanni maaro lanni
fop lanni
awa joni mi anda honno gerde ten e ngal do sabu e ngal do Ibrahima jonnal taw joni mi anda se yahay kapitiki nyawlo den ha humpondire makko est ce qu'on non e warude
waden no awa
ane ko de Ibrahima ma ko to woni
mo Amerique
ko Amerique a woni kede humpitaki fi be musibe men baluwo be andanda kala ko wawda wonde aduna si arrivi e juude mabbe a jonnay do dépassement Gambia har no weebi ayata kadi taw ko mbudi din no jawi walla no jippi be halanta ma ko kala ko falda ko re sengo nyamete ili nebba maro basal pomme de terre kala ko rewi don a hendo to har no weebi kadi wona dum don tu be abbe jonnira mobile phone siko dum kadi laptop kala ko wayrode jibe ay kasbawa be wawma jonnute kadi sa fala humpitade ko weebi ƴettu Google account ma joni ndata ton waɗa download app maɓɓe on ayiyay kala ko humpi ma e maɓɓe ton ɓe weeɓi ha maɗa
ka wonɗa wo e aduna on
kala ko wawɗa
a jonnanayi wonɗo ka leydi men Gambia ɗo dépense
hara no weeɓi ha ma si ɗum non fof no neeɓi immoɗen joni mi ɗowtama ka place maɓɓe jan
waɗen joni
iya heɓa ko falaɗa
waɗen kisam
I greet everybody in here, members of the press, delegates, and the regional chairs. On behalf of the Honorable Touma Njie, representative of Banjul South, I hereby announce that she is here to make a press conference to enlighten people of the event that happened in Fatoumatta on the 27th of February, the Congress for PPP. She is here to express on behalf of the party, members, delegates, and regional chairs, the grievances of what happened, and her count and the party's count of what exactly happened and why there was no proper process that took place in the Congress. So I introduce you to Touma Njie, Honorable Touma Njie, to give you her count and the party's count as well. Thank you.
Thank you. And with your permission, may I remove my mask? Thank you. Gambians, fellow compatriots, friends of the Gambia, media representatives here present, ladies and gentlemen, greetings to you all, and my sincere thanks to you all for attending this afternoon's press briefing. This press briefing is timely, as we just concluded our Congress and witnessed to it ended. It was not only chaotic, but full of anomalies. A Congress should not be conducted in a manner we witnessed, especially given the history of the PPP and the high standards it has set over the years, anchored on credibility and integrity. Being known for my resoluteness, I will not allow any compromise of my integrity to take place. Charles H. Dyer said, and I quote, "Conduct reveals character, and we best understand integrity when we see it lived out in a person's life." This means that I shall not participate in any activity full of abnormalities as detailed below, and be held to ransom by a selected few. Ladies and gentlemen here present, first, there was no due process. Second, an agenda was never adopted. Third, delegates were not presented with a copy of the draft constitution, and neither were they taken through it. Fourth, normally, the regional chairpersons should have been provided copies as was agreed at the committee. And all this was not done, yet they were expected to adopt a constitution. 6, no statement of accounts were reported to the delegates, neither was there a statement of the state of the party. Specific requests for financial statements were made by the delegates, stating that elections should only be held once the financial statements were produced. These requests were reasonable ones, which any responsible organization should present willingly, especially to a Congress being the highest authority comprising delegates from all regions in the Gambia. Ladies and gentlemen, these demands from the delegates were as follows: that the party presents its financial statement to the Congress, that the candidates present their manifesto to the delegates before they can conduct and vote in an elections. 3, that the mode of elections be determined by themselves as delegates as per the Constitution, which states that elections can be by raising of hand or any other method as agreed by the delegates themselves. I therefore strongly believe that a responsible leader should not wait to be asked for such important document. As a political party and a government in waiting, one must be seen to be transparent and ready to be held accountable. Demonstrating responsible leadership whilst at the same time building trust. The absence of trust, as we all know, does not enable growth. And I am convinced that this absence is what holds this party, this great party of ours, back. The lack of trust has been greatly manifested at the just conducted Congress and has demonstrated that the love our people have for this party has been lost in transition. This is epitomized by the lack of genuineness and sincerity in leadership. Leaders should inspire and not be timid to talk, and not be timid not to talk to their delegates. Going forward, therefore, I am of the conviction that what the party needs is a transitional leader, and a transitional leader that can tackle challenges with a defined purpose and direction to lead a major transformation and restructuring of this great party. To this effect, we, the undersigned, reject the constituted executive and demand for fresh elections to be held. Meanwhile, we are here to tell you that we have established an alternative executive pending proper, free, and fair elections. And to that effect, I declare myself the party leader and the Secretary General of the PPP. This will be communicated. This shall be communicated to the IEC, and as agreed by all regional chairs, they also declared Pa Usainu Saho as the Deputy Secretary General and the Deputy Party Leader of the party. I thank you all, and I wish you well in whatever we do. And I hope you follow us in our mission to transform the PPP into the party that the founding fathers desired when they formed this great party of ours. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Questions? The floor is open for questions.
Anyway, anyone who wants to ask questions?
And we also have all the regional chairs out there, with the exception of URR. They have a small hitch with their cars, but they are on their way. You can ask us any questions, and we can give the experiences we had in the Congress. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
My name is Yusuf Taylor for Ghana. So my first question is this, so I think people will be confused now, certainly. If people were confused before, they are certainly going to be confused today by this move. Is this pretty much a split of the PPP? Because of the PPP came out and they said that they have a new SG and it is Kerr. So, but now you're saying, you're declaring yourself as the new PPP leader. So is this a split? There are now two camps. Officially, there are two camps. There's the Touma camp and there is the Kerr Jaraka. Is this what is happening right now?
Thank you very much. You are Flex Dan from Gainako. Yes. Thank you very much, Flex. If you had listened, I said pending free and fair elections. What I am saying is that we reject the elections due to improper processes. There was undue process followed. If you followed the Congress proper, you would know that there were so many abnormalities. A Congress without a statement of account, a Congress that fails to talk about the state of the party is no Congress. And bear in mind that even the Constitution was not adopted because due process failed to be followed. And like I said, we have the chairpersons of all the regions here present. That shows you that this is the true PPP and I am the true leader of the PPP.
Hold on. And this is a problem with this press conference, and we are going to highlight it. As journalists, when we come to press conferences, we don't need all this clapping of party supporters. We need to be free to ask those questions. It's starting to get intimidating. So I'm going to ask my question. My question, now, if there was indeed these irregularities on electoral issues, why was it not directed to the IEC and then gone through the proper channels, rather than coming today and declaring yourself as the leader of the PPP and you haven't gone through an election?
Like I said, this is an interim. I said it pending free and fair elections. And I said we are going to inform the IEC. The IEC is informed after an executive is established. You do not inform the IEC that you are establishing an executive.
No, let me rephrase
and
my question.
Mr. Joseph, can I just finish? I listened to your question. We did not execute. We did not.
You're not getting my question. Hold on. I'm not saying that you should inform an IEC.
Okay.
I'm saying this is an electoral matter. If Yahya Jammeh, when he disagreed with the electoral results, he has to complain to the IEC and then go to the right channels, court, legal and all that. This is my question.
Okay. We cannot leave the party in tandem. We cannot have a vacuum within our party. Like I said, I have a letter signed by all regional chairs that is sent to the IEC. It is on its way to the IEC to inform them of our new executive, and that is the process. If you all remember, we marched out. The delegates, in fact, walked out of the Congress. That point, the Congress should have been cancelled, because you cannot continue on a Congress without the delegates. And I was told that the elections proceeded. How can one go for elections without the actual candidate being present? That is a great abnormality. Maybe the people who were conducting the elections have the lack of knowledge to follow due process, or maybe they were doing it out of ill will. I am not alleging anything, but a candidate who is not present cannot run for elections. You cannot run for elections in absentia. That is a fact.
The name? I'm Buba Ganigo from Kerr. Yeah. So thank you very much. My first question, actually my interview with Kerr, because yesterday we had an interview on the accused. He said, talking about these delegates, most of these people you don't know delegates are supposed to vote. And then we went around, we knew some people, we give them money so that they can vote. So I went to clarify. So the other question has to do with the...
No, okay, one at a time. Can I just answer that? I think my person speaks for itself. I am a person of integrity. I don't compromise my integrity. I do not bribe, and I do not condone bribery. I am known for that, and that is why I think I walked out. We had a committee that went round the nation with the delegate forms, and those delegate forms, unfortunately for me, I have the lead of the person in the name of Ibrahim Savage that went with Sanusi Ture to take the forms nationwide. They brought the forms, and then when we opened the letters, when we declared the candidates, I went across the nation to campaign. But knowing me, even my parliamentary election campaign, I did not bribe anybody, let alone bribe my party members. I sold them my agenda. My agenda is to promote the party. My agenda is to empower the youth. My agenda is to empower the women. I do not condone bribery, and let that be in the minds of the people. Probably they condone bribery. That is how they run their affairs, but that is not how I run my affairs. And I think my character speaks for itself. That is why I am bold enough to write this letter, and that is why I think I was bold enough to demand that we present our manifesto to the delegates before they vote.
Now, what they're saying is, because one of your complaints is about this fundraising and the secret ballot. Now, at first, Eva told me that you accepted the fundraising, but you later come back and say again, no, I'm not going to accept it, you are going to be secret ballot. Why, if that's the case, why did you first accept the fundraising, then come back again and say no?
When we discussed it in the meeting, because in our constitution, it says voting should be by raise of hands or any other method as agreed by the delegates. So it is not for me or for any person to decide. We recommend. And when I said yes, because I thought that would be the easiest and the most cost-effective, because we are a small party. We do not have that resources. But then if somebody can finance that, and if it's going to be more democratic, when we discussed it further, it was even that day that I said I thought it was more cost-effective and quicker. But then it was explained to me that it will divide the party because we are one big family. Nobody should know who votes for who. That is for credibility and for the advancement of the party, so that whoever wins, we will go as one big happy family to avoid any enmity within the family. When I was told that that might happen, I said, okay, then I've changed my mind. But the reason I said that was for cost effectiveness and for faster participation of the delegates, just to raise hand. But then when we agreed on that, we agreed that it was only the delegates and the electoral commissioners that would be there. But then they decided that all party members, everybody would be there. And to me, I find that embarrassing for some people because we are all one happy family. So I think that was compromising the party at a point.
So my next question will be, I understand that you reduce the delegates that will vote in every constituency from 12 to 4, so 12 to 4, right, if I am right. Now, how did you come to control? How did you come to select these 4 out of the 12, if you understand?
I do not have anything to do with the selections. All I did was, when they went around the nation, took the delegates, that was when I went, in fact, I asked the office, the secretariat, for the names and the numbers of the regional chairs, so that I will meet them and sell my agenda. Because for me, it is the regional chairs that would inform the delegates. I did not even go looking for the delegate because I left that to the regional chairs to educate their regions as to the best interest of the party. So for me, I do not condone illegality. I do not condone bribery. That was why I walked out, because when there was undue process, if you know the PPP and you know how it was formed, you will know that integrity and the dignity of the party is well respected. That was why Sadauda Kerabai Jawara, with the first referendum, he rejected it, even though they had he rejected it because they do not have the numbers that were required for them to proceed. That was why they had a second referendum in 1970, which made him the prime minister. The PPP's integrity must be maintained.
Thank you so much. I'm Tabora Boyan from the Standard Newspaper.
Thank you.
My first question will be, we all know that in 2018, when this party went to Congress, I think it was this same venue where we are. The other camp, that was the Tawas camp, have cried foul play, and that in his own words, he called that Congress symbolic and he said it was marred by a lot of controversies and irregularities. And now, in 2021, we are into another Congress, and the opposing other party has cried
the same.
The same. So, can you conclude by saying that the Davos argument is now vindicated, and that are we going to see another legal battle within this party?
I don't think you will see a legal battle. I think the IEC will do right to this great party of ours. That is why I don't want any friction, and I said we are an interim until a proper and fair election is conducted. What happened with Bibi Dabo? I was there personally during the elections, but I did not witness the process of gathering the delegates. So I don't know whether that was where the abnormalities came into being. But the elections that I saw was free and fair. And he lost. I supported Bibi Dabo during that elections. I campaigned for him. But probably I did not know how it was done because I did not go to tour. I did not go because what happened was that both candidates went together on tour. Both candidates, the secretariat collected the delegates. And I would only assume that that was not done properly. But the elections itself was properly conducted. That is why I said the elections were free and fair. But I cannot comment on the way and the manner that the delegates were taken. And I think that is what Bibi Dabo, petitioned against. I am not sure, but I am focusing on the ones that I know, on the one that I went on tour, on the one that I campaigned, on the one that I witnessed from start to the end.
We consider PPAP has an interim management.
Has an
interim management. That was in charge before this Congress. And then we can see during the president's last meeting with people, where you yourself surfaced in some meetings. The PPP leadership, when they spoke at some of these meetings, all what they said was that this party, PPP, is content with the current leadership of President Fatou, because in their argument, the president has kept alive the founding father of this party, that is former President Njie, and that in essence, reportedly, they are not going to contest against the sitting government. Why would you want to lead a party that has no interest in gaining the seat?
I think you are deviating from the purpose of this press conference. The purpose of this press conference is regarding our past Congress. It is not regarding Njie. But yes, I will answer. I was invited to the URR meeting because probably I am from URR, and Banjul I also attended because I am a sitting member of parliament in Banjul. And this is a Meet the People's tour, which I, as an MP, mandated through the Constitution and provided the funds for. Whether it was political, I don't know. But for me, I went there purposely representing my people. But the reason we are here is to talk about the past Congress and the abnormalities of the Congress. Whatever an interim executive declares or states, we are looking at the way forward. Going forward, we want to strengthen our party. A political party in opposition is a government in waiting, and that is what I want my party to be, a proper government in waiting, waiting to win an elections and be the government. And that is my purpose and my wish for my party, not sitting, waiting to lounge on an other man's villa.
Are you disassociating yourself from that?
I am not dissociating myself, but I want to strengthen my party, make sure it is a strong party that is relevant in the political field of this country, that is of significance. Whether we are going to be in alliance with someone, when we go to make an alliance, we will be a party with significance.
As you just rightly mentioned, that you don't think that you go for legal battle with your counterparts. But what if IEC happens to ignore what you are yearning for?
So are you prompting that IEC is incompetent and they don't do what they are supposed to do? Because I cannot preempt. I am a responsible person. I send my petition and I ask them to, and then I will follow up and make sure that, but I cannot preempt. We cannot say that if they, we will Ask me in 2 weeks what has happened, and I will answer. But before that, I cannot preempt, because that is accusing the IEC of incompetency, of not taking up their responsibility, and I am responsible to think of such.
Any other question?
Taylor again. Thank you so much for the press conference. I just wanted to follow up on the statement which you made that a government in which every political party
exactly
is expected to be justice, and also to hold the current executive to account. What do you say for example, I'm going to go straight to the point. I'm not going to beat around.
Okay.
Your treasurer. The treasurer for your PPP. We understand that he has gone AWOL, that the PPP don't even know where he is. And he wasn't, and obviously the financial statement for the party was not put forward, as you have highlighted. What is the situation? Because if you are a government in waiting, that's almost tantamount to say the finance minister has been
I love your question. I think that makes more emphasis the reason why we should run the party. Because if an executive is there and cannot follow the treasurer and have the audacity to go for a Congress without a financial statement and ignore that, I think that is not a worthy executive. That is why I think I walked out, because I don't want to be part and parcel of something that is incompetent, of something that is not done the right way, because like I always say, I have to guard my integrity. And I go back to your question when you said they accused me of bribery. A person that guards their integrity cannot be a person that would give bribe. And to remind you that we have our regional chairs, if you want to ask them any questions regarding their experiences, because we had it tough during the elections, during the Congress, some of them were told, if they ask you where I'm staying, they said, are you here for Touma Njie? If you're here for Touma Njie, we don't have a place for you. If you're here for Touma Njie, we don't have food for you. If you're here for Touma Njie, we don't have water for you. There was a point that they even sent the police to arrest people that were there for Touma Njie, and they can attest to that. They did not tell me, of course, because nobody dares come and face me and tells me any old rubbish, because they will face the lioness then. But then they told them, and they reported. I just said to ignore, because time is running out for them. And you know, when time is running, you have to rush and grab whatever you wish to grab. But we are not here to fight. We are one big family, the PPP, the founding party of this nation, and we want to withhold, we want to maintain the dignity and the integrity of the party. And that is the only reason why I walked out, because like I always say, I will not be part and parcel of anything that is done wrong.
So the new structure is Touma Njie and the current other regional chairs. We want clarity.
The new structure, yes. Because like I said, we are awaiting proper elections. We will work as a full party. The party leader, the deputy, the treasurer, which we have agreed to be, unanimously agreed, it wasn't my decision, to be Mr. Sheikh Manga. And then we will work with the regions, structure the party, because that is one major problem. We are not structured. I have been a member of the PPP since 2017. Bear in mind, I was born in the PPP, but I was active in politics since 2017, and you all are familiar with me. You all know my stance. When I stand my ground, I don't get budged. I don't get moved. Everybody thought I would resign, and I think that was the whole purpose. People preempted that once this happens, I will resign, and then the party will be taken as and how they wish. But that is not me. I fight to the end. I protect what is right, and I will maintain the integrity of the PPP, irrespective. Whatever it takes, however long it takes, I will withstand the heat. If you are afraid of the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Thank you.
You have the regional.
You have the regional chairs.
Sure,
You can
chairs.
interview them individually because they have stories to tell.
He's the regional chair for
That's the region.
Yes.
That's
You
for
can-
CRR.
can
You
start
have the
with
lady.
KM.
She is the regional chair for part of LRR and part of LRR, Mr. Bakari. And he's a youth. He will tell you our plans and our wishes for the party in regard to youth empowerment. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Be ala tentula mbe salla kila ni mama. Be ala danna fa ala sala nemo kafu. Ala bala fa na nemo asajinde kila ka Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam andi misil mafrol be. Akatanya kontano ti kana jam pour ka diamu jam. Mais si jam wala nyindi ko kana ka PPP la ko diamu. Because ntara no congress wala no brikama ba and congress on amanta ku. Ntemu to mu Bakar Barolati lota no consulo yala PPP le. Bari mankanye. Ni aje manganye PPP man structure soto. Imam ma ko rebunda soto. Ya fahamle. And then mbotaje ntara no congress wala brikama ba. Kamentara congress la kujama bale la tankanje anunga kujama la jameni yalon ko inisilo manta follow ntelebe ela kia USB ani kia central ani kia east ntelanga be coordinate ni congress na mol men boda kia east kia central mang ngi be to sa fe ngi be to register but kabin carte fa wasita e man son ka votas card di bela na mankente e votas card dindela because of yentelonne wala sa e votas card dindela and then jeneli so membe jangala kuma jamal mo ya kana boss ñol ñinin ka menna kanyinin karo ke ka foko Fatoumatta ka mo le bribe wala ka fengol di mo la tuma man Gambia belong amani regional ame belong because PPP imam committee soto we have no structure, we don't have any committees. I'm a councillor, I have no committees at Kia West, we have no committee at Kia Central, we have no committee at Kia East. So itol lento lu kumandi Cheba Jallo na la molu itol lento lu kumandi kayaf ya kodo dinna they give me a money as a bribery because of you people are asking about bribery. Cheba Jallo give me money for vote for him. I did not vote for him. Niaja man carte ofaya wala nyinti ko nga carte ofaya PPP atita nyato because ila kunko ni adoku ya pinde ila kunko ya fenende ila gadino ya adoku e ka jele ke je ani jambando so man ni ma joni jambando ke la FIFA ka abeti nyalale ndol be ka doku ke su nyaro ni tapale ya membe ka kay ndato itole la camp yake because they don't have structure tuma nata la afuta tan tolima ani kuma sanengo anata la ni kuma futata ma meyalan ko olbe Gambia dingol na fala anata la ni kuma futata ma meyalan ko olbe PPP na fala pipa tuma man ko didi mola amam mo bribe because amantol long si nyakil na futata ma ke wajalo na man nantela bun kono ndelo do consular 2017 for sign ya famne che wajalo man ntelong ay ndelo na tendo long bara man na dimbaya long amana bungo long tuma na bun kono before the election, before the congress. I understand it. And then brikama ba communicate je nana maje congress la because baka dabala congress nte bijele su ñaro la kata je anin tapale ya boye bonam banjunu iko bato safela kiyam su ñaro la mu moye bonam birikama iko bato safela foni su ñaro la mu ya famle ntol ni tol bele sitan ñoka nga safero ke kari abota kiya wesle bar sa o mo nanul kono ene e kaddi mo kilina e man kaddi ni mo sabo bela e ko molto safo le ko mo la kadje su ñaro la bije ya famle son tol ni ko yata baake ndela drive fo birikama ba paral ne pita kan ni ka saj because ye paral ko le ko ni drive fo me felten jorang la babul birikama ba man domor e man transport di mol la kabin kata birikama ba transport dina kabin kase e man transport dina so kamala tumanja entol ba tentula baake andum PPP funding kewli be ba tele koma PPP has no structure in Gambia, so how can they win? We know the development of PPP and we know the future of PPP because we are the future. We are the councillors, we all run for the councillors and we fail. Because of what we have no support, we have no better future. They cannot do nothing. So kume mbo nyama, nintole nyamo kendo nyame ko asim parti bondino wala tuma njayti by force fonto ngal wa koma. Anu councillor men belo to councillor tan sabani feng ibelo to tuma le koma. Tuma ta boy nola. Cheba Jallo kabide carte o fay. ay jelle soto tan kono to nim fen ay wala soto aman mo fa soto ndol kabirim pareta ngana card sol mel delegate card sol mel kafunyo kam wes more than 100 cards ani men yalan ko ngi to safe e man son ka carte o di le card sol ta ye naj wes walipa so ko men bo nyama ke ba jallo ndol mala ala parti secretary general ya man son ala bi man son ala sam because man carte fay ani PPP ngol man carte fay NPP mo len carte fay nin carte o nin pati amanka adam barola patiti amanka Gambia din kilina patiti amanka Touma Njie la patiti amanka Oje la patiti amanka Kebajo la patiti PPP Gambia dingol le tam ite PPP ita dinol masa kundala nini Gambia dingol mansi ya kacha nini PPP dingol mansi ya kacha kasulo ya kabira sita jang e me dingol soto e me bari dingol soto e natanto le no lalto e konyo ko alilo mbelo ngo pala soto mba ron ibika information soto ibika kibar soto ibika do ku do keno ibika kuma keno fana manke congress nin congress so Touma la fa wala bola PPP intana ka fo fala ngadi NPP la anna tar nun ko ni NPP be la ñoo kan ni do ko ke bar na ka fo nta faale PPP la congress PPP la congress PPP executives ka buji na NPP la moto la kon NPP la bo sol nata je ila pick up men nata je is more than 7 pickups PPP na ko dole ndol we have our own account more than 50 years PPP be Gambia jam nga congress ke at birka ba na ko dole marali membula manna même fana mbono ma amanna to nyaata je so mbal dan na Gambia dingolu ndol be da men to bibi la lo man kontaan PPP dingo be dawada amman kontaan ni mo kale ko ceba jalo le winta PPP ama win tapale yalla kata je ndek mo be jele wa jela full region full district ika monano to safe o district o dingol ka wuli ka tan dila ko ale men to safe ni mabon to la district kam iye wulindi je itata modol kamananje so aussi fan ngo si falle ka wala sabu e de amo wulindi je la faka finno wulindi so ndo fanan kon na mo le al findi banta on reblo man finta faye ndole wulita ndole wultan ko yul so le al be findi banta because e parale ko mandi congress e ka para troupe ki na e ka fa alna mo le congress la pour na fa nikol ni même man ka to fa Touma yemuta ndole kon na mo le findi kamin be finta banta ndala honorable non ko honorable finna banta honorable finna nam banta kumo membe jang siata nda be fono me duwala ala malen so kayroni sima ala la baraka
Love like fire. Wow. Love like fire. Xam ngeen rek affaire bi xam ngeen fan la skincare la 2020 lañ wax de waaw fii nag mooy Kerr fan Kerr zero tache perfect skincare saa su ne rek niñ ko dee defee rek loo lañ soxlaati rek maanaam bu dee am problème ci seen skin yéen xam ngeen fan la fii ngeen di ñëw suma xarit yeeg am di jàmm yi nga xam ne taas daf lañ sonaloon xam nga doon xeesal bel laka xum éneew ma lañ ko nag waaye just in case comme ni ko gars yi defee rek en cas just in case loolu xew xam ngeen fi ngeen di ñëw skincare plus si yu baax rek la ñoo dox nag ay baax rek fu ne la ñoo dem ci réew mi di lañ indi rek nag products yu baax du Paris du Italie du USA du fi mu nekk nii sax boole nañ ci nag Sweden fu nekk lañ leen a indilee products bu dee tamit nag da nga ñuul rek ñu lay jamaa natural beauty that melanin dripping we do have stuff for you as well emuñ si skincare products rek ñu ngi ci cuub yi tamit fu ne la ñoo jaar in fact sax last commercial bi ñu defoon waxuñ leen woon ne dañoo dox ci ay kawar 9A grade rek nag waaw we do have bundles as well hair si lu ne la ñoo dox ñun ñu ngi ci rafetal jigéen rek luy taaral jigéen rek waaw boo leen di tukki tamit bëggoon rek classic suitcase ñu dañoo dox ci ay Samsonite duñ dee indi any brand of suitcases though other than Samsonite comme li ma dee wax rek boo eggee airport dëri Samsonite dafa am nuñ laa xoolee waaw ngeen ne lan nag waaw skin ci moom la ñu gën a xamee nag skin care products ci moom la ñu gën a xamee ñu ngi dox tamit bente tamit si ay dàlla man waaye man nag skin care mooy suma specialty xam nga rek jigéen bu sa xar kanam réglé loo def mu jag am nañ Patricia Reina Kiwi Eye the whole range Lighten Up Gold Tomatine I mean the list can just go on and on and on and on lépp loo xam ne rek luy taaral jigéen la ci yooyu rek la ñoo dox skin care plus nag emuñ si Gambia rek ñu nga United States ñu ngi Gambia fii ba pare bu dee yaa ngi anywhere in Europe mun nañ la ko mail within 3 days rek ñetti fan rek nga jot say diw emuñ si loolu rek dañ laa consult tamit balaa ñu laa jaay diw dinañ def a free consultation pour wax la rek exactly li nga xam ne moo méngoo ak sa kanam dinañ leen wax tamit ne rek am nañ perfumes fragrances men's shirts accessories we do dresses as well we do blouses I mean we do shoes name it we do them Skincare Plus 2020 is our year of perfection zero task fi mu nekk nii réew mi fii kenn waratu fi task kenn waratu fi am problème kanam kenn waratu fi am problème yi picca boo ko amee dafa fekk ne rek ñëwuloo ci place bi fii
Love like fire. Bring my yobo guma fire. Love like fire.
I get it.
Mbijan aganyani.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay. What's that?
Nsila ID soto. Sorry. I get it.
Mbijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariaka.
Mbale.
Mo ki janna nun kunu bara tariaka.
Jannom yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbali ya bere. Birim koyna fo kato
bari si kodo kino kato nim fo bolong blabe
56 branches mola soto Gambia jam
ha
Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol nka kodo kiya bele kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi topoto nin kodi maraw jannom number 1 ti nyonta andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale le dadi mani domorol ni fana beteata Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je
wo moyo diat
apelenta
baraka ni lafta nyelan kendol e bina
yalo bukani la ko la baraka ba
yalo ndel ciosano lo
baraka
We live in a day and age where technology is creating a world without borders, filled with unlimited potential to improve the lives of the people around us. Innovarex Global Health ushers in a new way of leveling the playing field with increased access to quality healthcare services delivered at your doorstep. Our qualified professionals are equipped with state-of-the-art point-of-care testing technology to conduct tests such as kidney function, liver function, electrolyte tests, body composition, hemoglobin, A1C, and many more services with the highest efficiency in delivering results. The addition to our flagship Wellness on Wheels, more fondly known as WOW Delivery Service, brings the entire clinical experience full circle. IGH has remained committed to creating the future of healthcare delivery. Gone are the days of sending loved ones outside the country for basic medical services. Innovarex Global Health offers a new peace of mind and takes pride in delivering the quality of care we all deserve.
When me touch down, better broke down.
With Gamtel G Fiber, now you can enjoy super fast internet in gigabytes. G Fiber is affordable, stable, secured, and accessible to homes, businesses, and enterprises. With Gamtel G Fiber, the future is speed. Gamtel, creating a brighter future in communication.
That's how she became mine and see that.